Why you should care about Bing for your marketing strategy in 2025. In my opinion, Bing has become so much more important over the last year, and I think it's going to become even more important over the next few years. And I'll tell you why. The biggest thing, first off, is everyone should realize what's going on in Google Ads ecosystem. Google is going through one of the largest lawsuits in history over being a monopoly. And they pretty much they are a monopoly. They've already been, the court has ordered them to break up. They're still figuring out exactly what that looks like. If they're going to have to sell off part of their assets, sell off Chrome, or break up Google Ads into different places. But no matter what, there's a lot of uncertainty in Google paid ads future. And because of that, they're making a lot of updates and changes. It's kind of crazy on Google PPC and local service ad side right now. But it's making way for another competitor, which is Bing. Bing's really the only other search engine that has any traffic or the capabilities to take on more of the market share that Google currently owns. I don't think Google's going to go out of style. Everyone's always still going to use Google. Google is synonymous with, it's a verb, Google it. But Bing is really an underdog that people need to pay more attention to. One of the other reasons is ChatGPT is becoming more important. And ChatGPT, specifically ChatGPT search, pulls from Bing. If you don't have your website indexed on Bing, it won't show up in ChatGPT. And so people are starting to use ChatGPT just like they started to use voice search a few years ago, which also pulls from Bing, by the way. But so they'll ask ChatGPT, hey, who's the best local contractor in my area? And then ChatGPT pulls the results from Bing Places. And that's a huge thing. I've already had some of my clients that we've optimized for Bing get leads from ChatGPT for a local roofer. It's pretty amazing. And I feel like that's going to become more common in the future. That's called AEO, AI Engine Optimization. That's a big trigger word right now that everyone's trying to sell you courses about. I honestly don't know. I haven't bought any of those courses, but I don't know what they're really talking about besides optimize on Bing. And Bing SEO is very simple. I don't really know why they would need a course for Bing SEO. I'll hopefully make this into a video series so I can show you just the basic stuff that you need to do on Bing. But really, it's very simple. Bing has their own Webmaster guidelines, and it's so nice. Like if I was a beginner and learning SEO the first time, I probably would have just paid attention to Bing the first time because they teach you all the basics very clearly, the ranking factors, how to optimize the site, and they have so many tools. They got keyword research tools, backlink checking tools. They've got site audit health tools. All these different tools that is free that everyone else is paying hundreds of dollars a month to Ahrefs, Search Atlas, etc. That you could really do in Bing. Of course, Bing algorithm and Google algorithm are slightly different. Bing doesn't see as many of the backlinks as Google does, or even like if you pull up a Bing backlink report versus Ahrefs backlink report, you'll see that there's way more backlinks showing up in Ahrefs. But the thing to note is the ones that Bing is showing are the ones that Bing cares about. So you should go and put some competitors in there and see what backlinks Bing is caring about and try to go after those types of backlinks. Well, I've noticed the trend so far is Bing seems to care about bookmarking sites randomly more than Google. I don't know. It seems like that they actually use those, even though Google doesn't really care about bookmarking sites at all. Also, social signals. Bing puts in their guidelines that social signals is one of the ranking factors. So getting shares, getting likes, getting traffic, which everyone talks about that being also a ranking factor on Google, but Google denies it. We don't really know. But Bing, they openly say that it is a ranking factor. Anyways, so other reasons why I think it's important. So AI engine optimization, super important. Voice search engine optimization. That's another buzzword from a year or two ago when Amazon and Alexa got super popular. Alexa pulls data from Bing primarily. They also pull data from all of Yext. So Yext includes Bing, Apple, and a few other profiles. So really, if you want to do voice search optimization, you should just sign up for Yext or just at least get those basic profiles. But Bing is the main one. And so you're going to show up more when people are searching online for voice search. You're going to show up more when people do AI searches. Also, the other search engines. Let's see, I have a list. There's DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, AOL, Escosia. All of those other search engines and a few more pull from Bing. So once you rank on Bing, you're going to rank on all of those other places, which is really cool. Another thing that I like about Bing is the reviews, the third-party reviews show up on Bing. So Google, one of the updates in 2024 is that Google started featuring some third-party reviews natively like 6 months ago or so. And I've noticed that the ranking factor of having more third-party reviews helps the GMB rankings. Bing goes a step further, and they just feature third-party reviews. They don't have their own native review system. So the most important ones for Bing are Facebook and Yelp. But also I've seen Booking.com, TripAdvisor, Foursquare, Top Rated Local, Angie, all of those places. If you can get reviews, whatever your business is, like home service companies might be on Angie, but like if it's your tourism industry, you might be TripAdvisor. But try to find those type of places to get reviews and get the reviews on Bing, and that will help you rank your Bing places really well. Plus, Bing Places is super easy. You can just sync it to your Google Business profile. Once you sync it, just make sure to change the UTM codes so that it doesn't have the GMB URL in there. Just copy and paste the fresh URL. And that's the only thing you have to do. Pay attention to besides importing it. The other things that I think make Bing cooler is that Bing support is not a total joke. Google support has just gone downhill so much in the last, I feel like it's been a while now since I've been so frustrated with Google support. GMB support is total joke. Google does not care about their customers. And that's what everyone's feeling like is even though we're paying so much money to Google, we're spending so much money, for ads, local service ads, PPC ads, the cost has gone up, year over year, huge amounts. Even though we're spending so much and a large percentage of Google's revenue is primarily from their ads, Google doesn't even bother to give us real support. They don't have any US-based support systems. They don't have 24-hour support. They don't have good support guides. If you get a GMB suspended, you're pretty much on your own. Getting verified initially, you're on your own. Advanced verification, if your advanced verification fails or if you don't have the right type of office or the right type of utility bill, you fail. And it's just like, it's all luck. If you get a good support person, then great. If you get a bad one, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a bad one, then you're pretty much screwed. You have to keep asking for a supervisor in order to get anything done on Google side. But Bing, the support is good. Like you can just go to the chat on the ads platform, ask them, and they respond quickly. And I've never had any issues with anything that I just mentioned. Like I've never had a Bing places suspended. I've never had issues getting verified. I've never had a ad account suspended. There's no advanced verification. There's only one advertiser verification, and you don't even have to do it yearly. And so it's just so much less headache to work on Bing compared to working on Google. Google makes everything so convoluted and so difficult, especially the ads. So that's the next thing. So Bing ads, man, they're so underrated. I don't know any other agency who talks about Bing ads. I've been running Bing ads quietly for the entire last year. We just started in the beginning of 2024. And for a few clients, I've specifically started doing them because I was very frustrated for a client in Florida who was having the hardest time passing advanced verification. Their advanced verification kept getting failed for local service ads and PPC. And so I was like, all right, well, let's try Bing ads instead. And we ramped up their Bing ads. And honestly, it's way better than, I have another, I'm running a lot of Google ads for garage door clients. And the Bing ad results are outperforming the Google ad results. We're still getting a decent amount of leads because he's in a pretty large city. And the cost per lead is lower. The conversion rate is higher. He's selling higher ticket value items. Maybe it's just he's a better salesman, but he was my first case study on Bing ads. And now over the last couple of months, I've been onboarding more and more clients to do Bing ads, and I've been seeing similar results. On average right now, we're seeing about 30% cheaper cost per click and cost per lead on Bing compared to Google. The only issue with Bing ads is that it's not super scalable. The one benefit of PPC is that once you get the ads dialed in and the cost per lead where you want it, you can really scale it. You can increase the budget and get a ton of leads, as much as you can pay for. Bing, you really run into a cap just depending on how much search volume there is on Bing in your area. And I haven't actually found the keyword search volume tools to be very accurate on Bing, to be honest. So I would just guess, just try it, give it a try in your market, see if there's enough, people clicking and try the ads out. In my opinion, if you're just use logic, if you're in a big city or if you cover a super wide area, there's probably enough people in that, like Phoenix, there's millions and millions of people in Phoenix. Bing ads are going to work great here because there's just so many people. If you're in a really small industry or a really small town, like if your product or service doesn't have a lot of market recognition and it's like not something that people are searching for a lot, then Bing ads is going to work. Or if you have a really small service area, it won't work. But if if you're a roofer in a semi-large city and you have an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month and that you can spare, you don't need a huge budget for Bing because you're not able to spend a ton anyways. And that'll be enough to have another lead source so that just in case, it's nice to have a diversified lead sources coming into your business, so you're not relying just on Google or Facebook or whatever. What happens when your Facebook account gets shut down? What happens when Google Ads takes a crap or makes a big update and your rankings go away? Having another lead source like Bing that doesn't rely on those other platforms, that you can still get 20 to 40 leads a month for not too much money. You might not be able to run your entire business off that amount of leads, but that's enough for most businesses, and that's definitely what I recommend doing. Yeah. So the other thing with Bing is just I don't know. It's so clear. Like Bing ads is pretty much what Google Ads was in the past. Bing just copies what Google's doing essentially for both SEO and ads. Their platform isn't quite as user friendly. It's not. There's like some weird stuff with the payment profiles and such, but it's not that hard to run, and they have great data, and the results and the ROI, which ultimately is what you care about. Is getting a good ROI, getting cost per lead cheaper, being seen where people are searching for your company, which I think people are going to be searching for your company in ChatGPT. They're going to be using Amazon Alexa more. Maybe people are going to start using Bing more in a couple of years. Who knows? Maybe this video, I'll predict it's going to turn into 15% in 10 years. I don't know. We'll see. But if it does, you want to be the one who's ranking there. And so paying attention to Bing, I think, is really, really important. And it's so easy too. Just set up Bing Webmaster's tools, claim the Bing places. Bing has so many free tools that are for SEO. It's awesome. You can use the index now. You can use as many times as you want, get them to crawl and index your websites and URLs, blogs, whatever you want. And it works really well. Honestly, I haven't seen much of a sandbox in Bing either. Like you can start ranking right away. In Google, I feel like there's kind of a build-up period. Bing doesn't take much time. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of traffic organically on Bing, but it's so easy to do. And so might as well be doing it. Add that into your list of tasks that you should do for your marketing this year. Thanks.